Welcome to another episode of Dirtcheapdaily. My name is Aaron, and I'm excited to introduce my 1997 Subaru Legacy GT. I saw an ad for the car in my local online classifieds. The biggest thing that caught my eye about it was that they were only asking $500, and it just needed new head gaskets, which for me isn't that big of a deal. The previous owner was really fed up with the issues the car was having, and I ended up only paying $400. I ended up spending another $800 in parts to get it mechanically sound. I replaced all 4 brake rotors and put on ceramic pads. It also needed new front CV axles, a driver's side rear wheel bearing, and of course the head gaskets. While the engine was out of the car, I replaced the timing components and the spark plugs and spark plug wires. For most head gasket jobs, the heads and block don't need to be professionally machined, and you can save money by taking time to do it yourself. Okay, so we got the engine set up on the block, all cleaned out, and now we're prepping for the new head gasket. So these surfaces you want to be as perfect as possible, otherwise you'll get a blown head gasket again. What we're doing is hand machining just with sandpaper and a super flat piece of something that's pretty big. We're just sanding a tiny bit of material off to make it smooth. You can see the low points on the case, and you want to sand it all evenly until you get to those low points. And when you're sanding like this, you don't want to sand like you're doing body sanding. You want to cross hatch. So you start out going this way, you'll switch, and you'll go back. And those are the only 2 directions you want to go. You want to start out with a somewhat medium grit. This is 320, and then finish it on a fine. Somewhere between 600 and 800 is probably good enough. We also stuffed saran wrap in all of the holes so that all of the dust wouldn't just drop straight down. Saran wrap will catch it slightly. We'll dump the engine over, pull out all the saran wrap, spray it out with brake clean and gasoline to clean it all out, get all of the particles out so we don't have to worry about any other issues. So yeah, it just takes a long time. My block was pretty bad, and it took me about 6 hours to get all the surfaces sanded. I've also spent around $750 on cosmetic components. This includes low ring springs, new rims, a new bumper and hood, and some other interior things that you'll see in upcoming episodes. As of right now, I'm hovering just under $2,000 for a car that is extremely reliable, quick to drive around town, and that I love looking at. The biggest thing that saved me money is doing all the labor myself. I also spent 3 months doing homework, looking at different websites to find the best prices on parts and figuring out what my goals for the car were. My initial goals for this car were to have a quiet, fast little car that made me smile, that got good gas mileage, and that would be a good option to take on road trips. That plan has since changed pretty dramatically. I would disclose what my plans are, but I'm always coming up with new ideas, so you have to stay tuned and see how it ends up. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Subscribe if you want to see more, and check out my Instagram at Dirtcheapdaily to see daily updates. In the meantime, take a look at my other videos, especially the head gasket time lapse, to get a better idea of the work that goes into replacing the head gaskets.